Well, hello. This is a reading for the week of March 4th, 2024. This week is leading into a Pisces moon on the end of the weekend. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Pisces and Pisces moon, and also on Sunday it's actually turning into a new moon. So as we move towards the end of this week, we might want to be in more of a mindset of allowing things to happen. Pisces is really good at receiving. And, sometimes in life we pursue things, but other times it's time to just allow things. And this can be anything. This can be emotions. It can be allowing some space for ideas to come in. Again, journaling is always good. And to have a Pisces new moon is really special because when the night sky is the darkest, it's under a new moon, and that means the stars are allowed to shine the brightest. And that's a very different energy, a very different kind of light than the sun, which is of course overwhelming. It's our life-giving element, but it's brighter than everything, right? In the sky. And the moon, which is actually just reflective. It's just reflecting the energy of the sun and the light of the sun. But the stars, they are their own life-giving energy. They're just very far away, and you see them best on the darkest night of the month. And so I guess I'll say, if any of you are having a bit of a dark night of the soul out there, just remember there's some different kind of information in those times of life that come through, just like the stars have their own different kind of light from what we normally see. It's also just a good time to wish upon a star. That's why wishes are really strong under a new moon, and so that's on Sunday. All right, let's see what the general energy for the week is going to be. So we're starting out with the Two of Swords. This actually goes really well with this idea of allowing things to happen. Sometimes when we are dealing with this energy, we know we should make a decision, but we don't feel like we want to make a decision. And there's pros and cons to this, but I would say in general, I never think it's a very good idea to force a decision underneath this energy. It's better to wait for a solution to come to you, allowing something to come to you, and feel much more at ease and organic about a decision with this energy than it is to force something. So just listen to yourself. This is a good week to do that. And if you're trying to make a decision, sometimes it's okay to just take the pressure off and be like, okay, I'm not really going to move forward on this until I feel like 100%. All right, let's get some more information about what's happening this week. Oh, nice. Not so nice. Lovely, lovely. Ooh. Oh, fascinating. So right in the middle, we start with the synergistic message about where we're moving forward in our life, what seems clear, right? What we're feeling excited about. And then it's sort of stopped with this fear card. So I think it's natural, especially if you are trying to get really honest about something, get clear about something, or even moving into new territory, that all feels exciting, but it can also be fear invoking. So again, let's go with the theme of allowing this week. Allow yourself to feel your feelings, but don't let them derail you, okay? Especially if you're a water sign. Just be like, okay, I'm going to feel this and I'm going to do it anyway. Don't let the fear stop you from seeing things clearly. Don't let worry stop you from being excited about something. Especially, some of you are going to be having some romantic situation happening this week where you possibly have a situation happening that holds something that is wish fulfilling, right? But then whenever we're dealing with this energy, we're dealing with ideas of commitment as well. So sometimes commitment can be scary. That may be why some of you are dealing with Two of Sword energy right now, because you don't know if you're ready. And if we take it out of the romantic realm, let's talk about commitment, right? What's easy for you to commit to? What is hard for you to commit to? Some of us can commit to another person, no problem, but can't figure out what we want or commit to ourselves, and vice versa, right? Some of us can really pursue our own paths very easily and interests, yet find it hard to commit to another person or other people. So this bodes well for romance, but then again, we sort of have this fear card and this Two of Swords, figuring it out, maybe being afraid of something that's new, but don't be afraid. It's very interesting though, because some of you might have some situation happening where the stakes feel high, and that's because, ta-da, the outcome here is the Death card. Now don't be afraid. But what this does mean, oftentimes, this is a fork in the road feeling, because if you take one path, the thing that sort of feels like it's going to die is the other path. And that can be really intense. And again, because there's a focus on romance, for some of you, this may be relationship issues, but it can be more than that, especially because we have the sun, which is huge. It can be anything. Sometimes it just feels scary to make a decision or commit to something because it means that you're not going to be able to do the other thing. Well, you know what? We just don't know what we don't know. Sometimes you just have to take a chance and go for it. But like I said, don't force it. Don't force it. This oftentimes is just an energy too that talks about radical release. If you think about your life, is there something that you can let go of that if you did that, it would make a lot more space to bring new things in? And the bookends of this whole reading are the sun and death. I mean, these are really big energies. So I have a feeling that this will be somewhat of a profound week for some of you. And we have the World card, which is the last card in the deck. There could even be an era shifting energy. So, I think that goes hand in hand with maybe the seasons changing. But if I mix all this up, thinking about the Pisces new moon as well, that just is a door opener for imagination. It's a door opener for a cosmic download. And so when I look at all of this together, definitely there could be a profound shift for a lot of people in this week. And of course, because it's a new moon, the next coming month. So I guess what I'll just say is have no fear. So up here we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a very security-centered card. It's an intergenerational energy. So this card, when in balance, is great. That means part of your life has a good foundation, or your life has a good foundation, or you have a certain amount of security. When this gets out of whack, if you get fear involved, then the security becomes the thing, and then it sort of stops growth. If we cling to security so much, then we don't really have growth. So just make sure that your need for being safe and secure, which is totally normal, is not out of balance, right? We need to bring new elements in to keep our life interesting. We need to take a risk for happiness, right? Risks for love, risk for goals. And I really think that that is what this reading is about. Although I will say, don't risk what you're not willing to lose. But risk is involved in life, and oftentimes it just seems that the things that are most valuable, we had to risk at least something or some part of something to get them. Okay, may your week hold magic, and I hope your weekend is magical with all that Pisces energy.